live here in Madison, Wisconsin, outside the Tony Evers event. Literally is fucking empty right now.
Do you think the Democrats are going to take back the House or Senate?
I hope so. I really can't say. We'll see in a couple hours.
Tony's gonna win. It's gonna be good.
Any thoughts on the election?
It's a good one.
Kick out Walker. Hopeful. We're hopeful.
Hopeful for what?
Hopeful. We're hopeful. Blue wave.
I hope Walker gets kicked out.
That everyone should vote blue.
Blue?
Or don't.
Or don't.
But don't vote red.
As far as the House and Senate goes, if the Democrats take back the House or Senate, what's a policy you'd like them to push?
Well, push civility, push the things that are outstanding, to push those things that are really important across the board, not this fear-mongering and this invasion, and somebody's got to put Trump into check. He's just wild.
I think it's kind of detrimental to progress. Like, our whole motto in Wisconsin is forward.
Yeah.
And yet we've just been kind of staying stagnant. Maybe even moving backwards a little bit, but you didn't hear that from me.
It's got to swing back. The pendulum has got to swing the other way. This is really becoming a joke.
I'm nervous. I'm going to a watch party tonight to see the results roll in.
And who do you want to win?
Wave.
And what is a blue wave?
Democratic Party.
Right. And so, any thoughts on the war in Iraq and Afghanistan continuing on, even if the Democrats take back House and Senate?
I mean, that's a pretty heavy question.
But do you think the Democrats should take a stronger stance on things like the war?
Absolutely. I'm like a diehard progressive here. But
I believe you used to have a bumper sticker that said
Bernie.
Hey,
I'm still a Bernie-crat, okay? I just think that after Hillary and in the age of Trump, a lot of things have shifted from this like Republican centrist view to like this far right in the mainstream, and that's scary to me. And I feel like the only way to prevent that is to vote like affirm on like the blue line.
Would you like to see more than two political parties taken seriously in this country?
God, yes. Fuck. I'm sorry to swear.
No, it's okay. I don't believe in censorship, so.
Like, Jesus Christ. I think, and I know this sounds vague, bullshit, teenage, arrogance, but I think the whole system is, it's not set up correctly, it's not set up fairly. And
there seems to be a monopoly on a lot of things.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What do you think about people voting third party?
Not this time around. I think it's a gamble that people shouldn't be taking.
So, I mean, like, what policies will the Democrats change if they take back the House and Senate?
That have to do with the war in Iraq?
Or any policies that they'll change?
Sure. Can I ask what you're taping this for?
I'm doing a live broadcast of this event here. The governor candidate is here. Did you know that?
The watch party for Tony Evers tonight, yeah.
Yeah, the candidate Tony Evers is here.
Yeah.
So asking all the general questions about the election. But I mean, are there any policies that you're hoping the Democrats change?
I'm hoping that I'm hoping that they allow students to refinance their student loans at lower interest rates. I think that it's important to, I think that in this state that would be the first opportunity for students to go ahead and not be prevented from potentially buying a house, from doing things later down the road in their lives when they're taking all this time to pay back their student loans.
I feel like a Jill Stein situation right now is like too far-fetched.
I mean, do you think it's that mindset that causes the majority of people not to vote third party?
Yeah, but you have to take into account popular opinion at times like these, even if it's like brainwashed.
And what do you think about the marijuana referendum?
I think marijuana should be legalized recreationally and medicinally in every state.
What's a policy that's very important to you in this election?
Honesty, straightforward, health care, Medicare, roads, all of those things that I think Tony spoke of, and he was really a very eloquent speaker with not the kind of brash passion that the governor has had, and then the governor changes horses. Oh, we're going to protect your pre-existing condition, while at the same time we're suing to overturn the health care. that's just nonsense. I hope people are smart enough to recognize what is exactly happening. I'm really disappointed in people that are voting that can't see through these foolish ads and the switching of positions, and only when it becomes expedient to re-elect. That's the only job that Scott ever had. That's the only thing he's going to do. I suspect he'll be unemployable except for a lobbyist afterwards because he just has no college education.
If the Democrats take back the House and or Senate, do you think it's going to make much difference towards our foreign policy of bombing and invading?
I actually, in fact, if anything, I feel it will be way worse. That's my opinion. I believe that I'm not down with bombing and war and strife, and I believe, honestly, that Trump has done a very upstanding, amazing job when it comes to foreign policy. Less bombing. Less bombing. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Less bombing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, I guess, where I stand.
Feeling emotional.
Any thoughts on the election tonight? Do you think the third and fourth party candidates should have been allowed in the debates?
Yeah, I think everybody deserves an equal.
If they're on the ballot, at least?
Yeah, sure.
More people voted in this election than a presidential election in Dane County.
So, but what does it accomplish?
It allows people to choose the candidate that they want to lead our society.
But what about the 4 other candidates not being allowed into the debates?
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Tony would be awesome if he would.
Do you think he should have pushed harder on criminal justice reform?
I can't answer that. I'll be here later. I'm shooting photos too.
So I've been living in Kansas City, Missouri, as you know, and we also have Amendment 2 down in Missouri, and I am honestly hoping that that really comes through tonight. Specifically for so many people who need healing medicine, our veterans, and dirty, rotten healthcare system that needs to be revamped. And I think, obviously marijuana is a wonderful medicine that has done quite an amazing benefit for so many people. So hoping for the state of Missouri to vote Amendment 2, not Amendment 3. Amendment 3 down there is the drug czar. His name is Brad Bradshaw, and he's a lawyer that wants a lot of power. So we don't need anybody like a drug czar. I think that should be left to the people. The people should be able to grow their own or start their own dispensary to be enabled to provide medicine to so many people in the state of Missouri.
Did you support the referendum today to legalize marijuana?
No.
Do you have some literature of sorts? Do you have any I did vote. Do you have any thoughts on the election?
I can't. Sorry.
Okay. You just stuck something on Goodman's Jewelers? Just stuck another thing on Goodman's Jewelers? Meaningless bullshit for next gen. Your paid political protesters right there. Just plaster every window with election day information. It's 7 o'clock. The polls end in an hour, but these paid protesters are putting literature up on the windows of Madison businesses, just throwing stickers up on Madison buildings. Do you think that the third and fourth party candidates should be allowed in the debate?
No, because they don't have enough standing, they don't have enough percentage of the votes. It would skew the real time, the real answers. If they can muster up enough support, enough at the polls, or primary, then perhaps. But I think it would be too difficult to open the debates to all of those people that would be running. It would just diffuse the real issues of the primary. But I think a third-party candidate, if we could get one, might be very useful in the campaign and the debate.